there, busy kids. Welcome to our third module in this level 3. I am going to be introducing you to a new rhythm today. I figure you're probably tired of working with chords and scales, and so we take a little break from it today and learn a new rhythm. But before we do, I actually want to talk to you about playing with a metronome. And I'm introducing this to you with a little bit of fear because when I was a kid, hated practicing with the metronome. My teacher always made me practice my scales and chords and arpeggios with the metronome, and it was so frustrating that sometimes I wanted to just throw it through a wall. But now it is one of my favorite tools to play with, so I'm really glad that my teacher helped me do it. And the reason I really like playing with it now is because it does all the counting for you, so you don't have to think that hard when you have a metronome because it keeps the beat for you. So I'm going to talk to you about playing with one today. This is the metronome I have. And I bought this metronome from a music store. But you don't even have to go to a music store and buy a metronome if you want to. If your mom or dad have a phone with apps on it or a tablet with apps on it, you can also download a free app for a metronome called Pro Metronome. And that's the one I use in a lot of my lessons since I always have my phone with me. So let me show you what this metronome does. It has different ticking speeds on it. So this is a really slow ticking speed. If I played with this, it'd be really slow. I can put it in the middle, so that was 44. If I put it about at 72, this would be my speed. And then if I moved it way fast to 168, that can go really fast. And that helps me keep a nice, steady, even beat. So let's actually try playing. Let's try tapping a part of our body as we're playing this, okay? So let's turn it on to a slow speed first. So let's do 54 and let's try clapping our hands. Ready? Go. Good. Now let's try tapping our heads. Good. Let's try speeding it up a little bit. And now let's try tapping our chins. Good. Let's go at a faster pace now. All right. Good. So kind of fun. So what I'd like you to do a little bit is experiment with the metronome. And I'd like you can do what we just did and try clapping along and just getting used to it. You can try tapping a part of your body or doing whatever you want. And then you can actually try practicing with it. So for example, if I'm playing a scale, and I want it to make sure I'm playing it really evenly, I can turn this on and pretend that each tick is a quarter note, or a ta note. So then I would count 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Or if I had a scale in eighth notes and each tick is a quarter note, it would sound like this. T, 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 T. There's different ways to use it. So I just want you to kind of get familiar with it a little bit, and I'll make suggestions every now and then about how you might want to practice the piece with the metronome. All right, that brings us to learning about our new rhythm. And our new rhythm is called a triplet. And maybe you've heard that word before. Sometimes if someone has 3 babies at the same time, we call them triplets. So a triplet is 3 notes that we play. And these 3 notes equal 1 beat or 1 quarter note. So I'm going to use my metronome to explain this to you actually. If my beat is 1, 1, 1, 1, this is how triplet would sound. Triplet, 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 triplet. Kind of a tongue twister. We can slow it down too. That's a little slow. Let's do this. So triplet, 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 triplet. And there's several ways to count it. and we'll kind of talk more about these, but you can do triplet, you can do one and a, or you can do some of the fun words. Let's take a closer look at some of these passages in our music, and I'll give you some ideas for how you can count these triplets. You are probably familiar with the tune Happy Birthday to You, and you are going to learn to play it in this lesson. I've added some triplet rhythms to this piece, so it's going to be a little bit kind of fancy and show-offy sounding, but I think that you will have fun playing this. So I wanted to just take a look at some of the rhythm before we actually try playing it. You'll notice we have a pickup measure here. So we should have 3 beats per measure because the top number of our time signature is 3. But we only have 1 beat here. Our remaining beats are in this last measure here. So this is 1, 2, and then the 3 and is here, and then we come in on beat 1 here. We can also call these upbeats, and this one a downbeat. The first beat of the first full measure is a downbeat. So this measure right here, measure 1, has our downbeat. It also has our triplet rhythm. So I want to show you how to count this a little bit before we try it at the piano. You'll count, you can either say triplet 2, 3, or you can do one of the fun words from that first theory sheet you have, like you could do raspberry pie, pie, something like that. So if I were to write out actually where the counts go, count 1 would be here. Do you know where count 2 would be? It would be right here on the second quarter note, and count 3 would be right here. Let's write in the counts for this measure as well. How many beats does half note get? If you said 2, you're right. So 1, 2, and then TT, or 3 and. And then we have another triplet 2, 3, or you can do triplet ta, ta, or raspberry pie, pie, anything, whatever works for you. So if we were to write the numbers in, this would be beat 1, 2, and 3. And then here we have the half note again, and then 2 eighth notes, 3 and. So let's just try clapping and counting this. I'm going to point and say the counts out loud, and I'll do the numbers this time. You can also say for triplet, you could say 1 and a 2, 3. So that's another option for you. All right, so I'm going to count 1, 2, and I want you to start on 3 and clapping the rhythms or playing it on an instrument like a drum or something like that. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3 and 1 and a 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1 and a 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and. Very nice. You'll also notice we have a fermata here that we need to pay attention to. You're going to hang on to this note a little bit extra and then finish up the piece. So let's go take a look at it on our keyboard. Let's start by taking a look at the first 2 phrases in the treble clef only. Now that we've practiced writing in the counting, hopefully it won't be quite as tricky when we try playing it on the keys now. So my right hand finger 1 is going to be on G. This is middle C, so I'm on the G above middle C. Let's try it nice and slow together. I'm going to count 1, 2, and then we'll come in together on 3. 1, 2, T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note. T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note. How'd you do? Make sure you're connecting those legato phrases and keeping a nice, slow, steady beat. Let's do that one more time. Ready, go. T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note. T, T, triplet, pause the video and try it a little bit on your own. Let's go ahead and add the left hand there. Left hand starts with which chord? If you said the 5-7 chord, you're right. So I have all of these rests, and then in measure 2, I play my 5-7 chord. And then I move to what chord in measure 4? If you said the C major triad, you're correct. So let's just practice that transition. 5-7 chord, C major triad. Let's do it one more time. 5-7 chord, C major triad. All right, hopefully that's the transition you're pretty familiar with because of all the exercises we've done by now. Let's try the first 2 phrases with both hands together. 1, 2, T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note, T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note. All right, if you need to, pause the video and practice that a little bit more on your own. For our next part, we're gonna have a little bit of hand position moving around. So watch my right hand. I'm gonna play the T, T on G, and then I'm gonna spread my hand out and jump up with finger 5 to this high G here. So let's try that movement again. And if you have small hands and you can't reach it, that's okay, just move the wrist, move the hand a little bit, kind of like you're making a bridge with your hand. So let's try on those pick up 8th notes, those TTs at the end of measure 4. Ready, go. T, T, ta. Let's do it again. Ready, go. T, T, ta. Good. All right, this time let's keep going. We have a crossover with finger 2 happening in measure 6. So let's try that much. Ready, go. T, T, ta, 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 cross over, and then play A, and you're gonna hold it for the fermata. Let's try that much again. Ready, go. T, T, whoops. Let's try that again. Ready, go. T, T, ta, 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 cross over, hold the A. All right, the next thing you're gonna do is move finger 4 up to F, and you'll stay in here for the rest of the song. So let's practice that movement again. I end it here with my finger 1 on A, and then I'm just gonna slide up so that finger 4 is on F. Let's do it one more time. So finger 1's on A, slide up so finger 4 is on F. And then we finish the song here. Let's play the last phrase through the ending. So I'm starting on the 8th notes in measure 6. Ready, go. T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note, dot, half note. We have a tie, so you hold that. Let's do that one more time. Same spot. Make sure you're getting those staccatos. Ready, go. T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note, dot, half note. All right, left hand is just going to move back and forth between chords again. So first we have our C major triad, and then we have the 4 chord, and we hang on to the top of it because of the fermata. Let's try those 2 chord patterns together. Ready, go. Very nice. And then we end with the 5-7 chord into a C-G bridge. Let's try those 2 chords. Ready, go. Half note, dot, half note. All right, let's try putting hands together. So I'm going to start from those pick up 8th notes at the end of line 1. Ready, go. T, T, ta, 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 cross over fermata. T, T, triplet, ta, ta, half note, dot, half note. All right, a little bit of challenging things happening there. So if you need to pause the video or come back to it on a later day and work on it a little bit more, I'm gonna play the whole song now so you can hear how it will sound. I'm gonna bump up the speed a little bit to a moderato tempo. So here is Happy Birthday to You. right, busy kids, that's everything I have for you. I hope that you enjoy playing Happy Birthday to You and maybe even experimenting with your metronome for this lesson. I'll see you soon for lesson 2.